July 1862. The Civil War has already been raging for nearly a year. The battle in White House, Virginia has just ended. Congress decides that it is time to focus on their people, focus on their education, and focus on their officer corps. So, through Congress passes the Morrill Land Grant Act, July 2nd, 1862. Now, the sponsor of this bill, Senator Morrill, was an uneducated man from Vermont. He ceased education at the age of 13 years old and went into business, where he was very successful and was able to retire at the age of 35 and become a career politician, where he served for over a decade in both the Senate and the House. Now, the history of the bill. The first attempt for its passage was in late 1859. However, even though it passed through Congress, it got stopped by President Buchanan, who was a Southern Democrat, who opposed this bill because it would not help the Southern Democrat cause. Then, the outbreak of the Civil War started in 1861. Succession of the Southern Democrats let the bill be raised again. President Buchanan, a Southern Democrat, was the one that vetoed the bill in the last attempt. So, with all the Southern Democrats having seceded, the bill was able to be passed through Congress and be reintroduced in 1862, passed by Lincoln, a Republican. Even though Senator Morrill was a Democrat, Lincoln sought to mend those bonds and pass this bill through the House. Now, what exactly did this bill do? Well, it unfortunately took 10 million plus acres of native land and gave it to the states and territories. And the states and territories were expected to use this land to establish land-grant universities. Now, what exactly is a land-grant university? Well, it's a university that focuses on agricultural and mechanical colleges. And many of the big state schools that you can think of, such as Texas A&M, Auburn, Colorado State University, and the University of Georgia, fall under that designation. Nowadays, the A&M usually doesn't stand for anything, such as in Texas A&M's case. But when it was started, they were often started to help farmers and uneducated poor people go to university for free or cheap and go into military service or back into private farming. Mechanical was primarily focused for the military. The agricultural was obviously for farmers. Now, my sources for this, the picture at the front of the presentation, is from Getty Images. The information from slides 3 and 4 were from Texas A&M University and Mr. Peshek's essay, The Morrill Act Explained. And then the information on slide 5 is from the National Archives. Thank you.